Hi, my name is Michael Idarecis, and today we have a very important video. Up until now, all my other videos have been bringing us to a foundation for me to really talk about this. And this is a transformative video. I'm very aware of the women today, the men today, the feminist movement, and the MGTOW movement. But there are definitely guys out there that are in a relationship, or women that are in a relationship right now. And this is probably going to be more towards the men first, because there's more men on the internet. You're probably in a relationship with a woman, and you're probably getting towards the MGTOW movement because things are kind of going sour. Or you've been in sour relationships before, or whatever. Today what we're going to discuss is a secret. Most of the MGTOW movement is based on the fact that the way the women treat them, and they're forced to go MGTOW. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give you a reason why everything went bad or went to shit. The women, let's just use this generic picture. And both men and women, the spirit dwells in here. The woman's part of the body, like I said, is the torso. That's her power. The man is the head. When the serpent seduced Eve, it seduced Eve in the weakest part, her head. Because the woman's head is weaker than the man's head. However, the man's head is also further away from the spirit. So, when we're looking at the woman, we are actually looking at the outer form of the woman. And we are giving glory to the woman's form. If you're giving glory to the woman's form, what you're doing now is you're literally forcing her away from her spirit and to her head. That's what you're doing. Let me give you a different way to deal with women. Because you see, when you're looking at a woman is like the embodiment of the sanctuary of God. And let me read this verse to you. This is 1 Corinthians 6:19. Have ye not known that your body is a sanctuary of the Holy Spirit in you, which ye have from God, and ye are not your own? So you see, when you're talking to the woman, you can't talk to her like in light of that she's a woman. You got to talk to her in light of that she's holding the Spirit. You can't glorify the body. Glorify the Spirit. So if you have a woman and she does something or she acts a certain way and you really like it, say, you know what? I really love your spirit. And what that does is that pushes the energy away from the head and has her focus on the spirit. Because you can't have two heads in a relationship. It's a two-headed monster. I don't know why you guys want to talk to the woman all the time. Dude, stop talking to them. Don't explain shit to them. Nothing. What you do is the action. You start talking about the spirit. You say, you know what? You have a great spirit. But you got to understand that once you start doing this, as you bring her back down, as you take her little head from there and put it back in the torso, you're also going to come back down. This must happen. This is going to happen if you start doing this. And this is a very big secret. And what, if you notice how the women react and act and everything, the nice guys that treat the body well, the women shit all over you. All the time. So you could treat them nice and they're like lousy to you. Okay? Do you know why girls like the bad boy? You know why they like the bad boy so much? Because that's God giving them judgment because they're too much focused in their head. Think about this for a second. You got the very attractive female, okay? let's say we got the very attractive female, right? That's her. The energy's in the head. So God sees this. You saw my other video, what God sees when he sees this. This is what God sees. He sees like a bug almost, because you're not supposed to be up there, woman. You're supposed to be here. You're the sanctuary. So what does God do? If you are nice to this woman, she will attack you. And why she will attack you? Because you're not supposed to be nice to the body. You're supposed to see the spirit. That's why the woman attacks you. That's why. So why is it that they love the bad guy? Because when you treat them bad, it's actually giving judgment, that God is giving judgment to their body because they're not in the body. You see, the woman is supposed to focus on the torso. This is her energy. If she's not focusing here, she's up there. So now, because she's not supposed to be there, she's an abomination as far as God's concerned. God's going to say, okay, I will bring you the bad guy, and he's going to punish you. Punish you, and you're going to love it. And the nice guy, you're going to treat bad. Okay? That's what usually, that's why this happens. It all has to do with the spirit. It's all about the spirit. So if you start talking to the woman, and you don't talk to the head, don't consider the form, but consider the spirit. You know why men, when you're opening the door for the woman, you're doing something very important. You are not letting her use her arms and you're not letting her use her arms for an action. You're forcing her back into the spirit. When the man pays, you know what you're doing? The man is the masculine. The masculine brings the food in, and it goes to feed the form of the body. The woman doesn't know. That's why men are supposed to pay. If you don't want to pay, for dates and things like that, it's because you're doing the opposite of what you're supposed to do. Now, I know that, you get hooked up with these women that act a certain way, and they're very condescending, brutal, whatever. I'm with you. Here's why. The reason why is, again, the spirit. Let me draw the picture here before I draw the picture. Let's look at this again. You see, you have to wait, and you have to listen for what comes out of her mouth. You're listening for something to shoot up. When something shoots up from the spirit, you know. Because when that thing comes out, the sound waves, when that comes out, you hear it. And you got to be like a radar. Once you catch that, it's going to be something that has nothing to do with whatever you're talking about, or something very brilliant. When the woman says that, you directly compliment the spirit. Do not compliment the woman. Only the spirit. You tell her, wow, look what your spirit did. This is like kryptonite to the feminist. This is so the worst thing now, because this will take them away from their psychopathy of wanting to be it'll destroy all this. Oh man, don't tell me the battery's dying. Oh, this sucks. I might have to do this over. So maybe I'll make it 2 parts. Part 1, you must focus on the spirit. The more you focus on the spirit will shoot up again more. And the spirit will shoot up more. And the spirit will shoot up more. Darling, why am I crazy about you? I'm crazy about your spirit. Because in a sense, the only thing that holds the best glue in a relationship is the spirit. The heart is enabling, and the head could be just sex, money, power. You don't want none of that. If you got a woman and she's halfway decent, and I'm not talking about looks, but you know that there's something special about her, but she's also got this feminist garbage or whatever, doesn't matter. You want to get rid of that head of hers. That head has got to go. And the way you do it is you keep talking to the spirit. This is the biggest secret. And guys, I'm telling you, this is going to change your life as well. It's going to make her crazy about you, and you crazy about her, and everybody will calm down. And one thing, if this really works in your life, you got to give glory where glory is due. You got to give that it came from here. And you got to send some bucks. I'm not going to sit there and ask for no money forget about that. This is concrete. This will make a big difference in your life. You'll see. I want to read the stories. Don't focus on the head anymore. Don't focus on the form. Focus on the spirit. Wait for the spirit to shoot something up and then glorify that. And you know what's going to happen? It's going to put a rope around her neck and it's going to pull her down. That's exact. God, here's the woman's body. Okay. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Alright. Whatever. Alright, so here's the body. What's going to happen is if you're focusing on the spirit, literally, it's like God's going to throw a lasso up and lasso that head and bring it back down. You see, in the end, the power for the woman is this, is the torso. We are coming to the time of judgment. If you watch some of my other videos, it's not accidental what's happening right now. The woman's head must be back in here so she is hidden. And the man's head must be back on the body. This must happen. This must happen. If this doesn't happen, then what we're going to have is God is going to look at this and ask her, what hast thou reproduced? And then it's going to go to the man and ask the man, where thou? Where are you? Listen, if you men get this, focus on the spirit. Focus on the spirit inside the woman. Stop looking at the body. Stop talking to the head. You're wasting your time. This thing is not working properly. Talk about the spirit. She does something amazing. Wow. It's amazing. Look how great that spirit is inside you. Because if you don't know that the spirit is inside you, then what God's going to do is He's going to make sure you get cursed. Anyway, I might do a second video, follow up on this, maybe a little more biblical verses. But this is all in the Bible, man. This is all in the Bible. Remember, the men are the stiff-necked. Stiff-necked. That's you find that in Acts 7. In Acts, hold on one second. You know what? I guess let me end the video now, and I'll do a second one.